Some tips for relationship between a man and a ghair mahram women. Okay, so this question is asking about the relationships between men and women. So generally in Islam, like there's a way that we need to behave with the opposite gender for a whole number of reasons, right? And so they're just asking for tips in the way to behave. Now, obviously, there's different contexts in which we live. So, for example, like if I'm on the street and there's women around, that's a different context to if I'm in my workplace and there's women. So, for example, if I'm on the street and there's women there, I can just avoid them. I can just carry on with my life. But if there's women in my workplace, then it may be that I have to communicate and I have to deal with them, right? And so, as we know, Allah has told us that as Muslim men, we should be lowering our gaze. We should try and make sure that we're not secluded with them alone. We should make sure that we don't like touch them physically. So there's all these kind of specific rules around the interaction between men and women. And you know what? The truth is, when you look at a lot of the cases that have been coming out with recent celebrities, so-called celebrities and issues, you know, it makes you realize, again, the blessing of Islam, like so much in terms of the blessing of Islam. Why? Because if you were allowed to touch women or you were allowed to be secluded with women, like what would that lead to? Right? I can see major issues from it. So the main thing is like ultimately you need to like make sure that your intentions are pure. Make sure that you're not secluded with that person. Make sure you don't touch them. Make sure that you're kind of trying to keep things on a very specific path, like not too much socializing, not too much like you know flirting type of talk and this kind of stuff. Like you need to know Allah's watching you, and you need to know that your behavior will have an impact. So if you start doing things which are not correct, then that will affect you. Like every single sin that we do, it has an impact on us, and ultimately it's us going against Allah, right? So this is advice, of course, for the sisters as well as the brothers, that interacting between men and women is a very, very tough thing, and so it's something that we need to like be very, very careful of, and may Allah make it easy for you and for me and for everyone. I mean.